16-2. Niners on top of the Jaguars.
He misses preseason games, and this year he got off to a slow start, so it's not a foregone conclusion that he's going to run the ball well.
Prescott finally protected. Smith gets it on the drop down, and Ron Smith's got a first down. He's become a bit of a force during the absence of Elliott, second-year pro out of Ohio State. Two great bowl games coming your way this week. Starting Wednesday on Fox as Arizona takes on Purdue, and Washington State and Michigan State square off in the Holiday Bowl Thursday on FS1. What does the return of Ezekiel Elliott to you mean for Dak Prescott and the throwing game?
In this game, not much, because Seattle plays their defense. They play single high safety, one-on-one on the receivers, whether Ezekiel Elliott's on the field or not.
Over the right side, Elliott gets 3.5. And I guess I pose that question because of numbers like this. When you look at the numbers for Prescott, who was so great last year, look at the touchdowns to interceptions, the quarterback rating, if you want to put stock in that, with and without.
Well, he clearly makes Dak Prescott better. He makes the offensive line better. He makes the defense better. In terms of how is he affecting what Seattle is going to do defensively, he does not, because Seattle plays their style. But when you can hand the ball off to someone in the backfield, as I know all too well, and he picks up 6 yards, I mean, that takes a tremendous burden off the quarterback.
Big spin out of there by Prescott. A lot of room in front of him. He gets around Bobby Wagner and turns it into a big play. We'll see how much forward progress they give him. May have stepped out just before first down yardage, and he did. It's third and less than 1.
I know last week after that game against the Raiders, several of their players talked about how big Dak Prescott was. And you watch him on film, and you just don't understand until you stand next to him the size that he has. And he's a hard guy to get to the ground, and he's brought an element to this offense that they had not had in quite some time.
Here's Elliott on 3rd and 1, and he is now 7 for 8 on 3rd and 1 this season. His first game back off the 6-game suspension for alleged domestic violence. And then he had that bet that became public knowledge with Eric Dickerson. The bet was 200 rushing yards. He gets one of Eric's game-worn jerseys. Anything less, Eric gets one of Zeke's game-worn jerseys.
And Ezekiel, when I visited with him on Friday, he's not expecting that to go public.
Well, that's not the world we live in.
All right, time out here as we go back to Santa Clara. There are more tempers flaring on the Jacksonville sidelines. We have Keelan Cole, a wide receiver, who's been a great story the last couple of weeks, jawing just a bit with his wide receivers coach. That's Keelan Cole, wide receivers coach, former Jaguars Pro Bowler. That man, Keenan McCardell.
Stop him to protect him a little bit.
Bortles is 3 out of 7 for 40 yards. Fournette lined up at the bottom of your screen. Bortles trips and goes down.
We'll roll the tape back for you. Solomon Thomas, their top pick with that sack. And here is that disagreement, or an animated conversation, if you will. Can't read lips there because of that Keenan McCardell's head blocking face mask of one Keelan Cole. But there have been some hot heads there today for the AFC South champions, the Jaguars.
Players are going to make mistakes, but to this point, they played exceptionally well. Now they've got to pick it up, and they can't get down on themselves while they're out on the field.
Average third down distance for the Jaguars today is 11 yards. This is 3rd and 12. Bortles deep for Jalen Strong, and a lot of contact and a penalty. In fact, 2 come on the field. That was Dante Johnson, who was tangled up with Jalen Strong playing his first game as a Jaguar.
Jalen Strong does a good job at the end.
Interference. Defense, number 36. Almost placed. Spotted a foul. First down.
Working back into the ball, trying to take it at its high point, and making sure that Dante Johnson runs right through him. So that's a smart play on a ball that's underthrown. You go back, you go up, and you get get the penalty flag.
There is Robert Saleh in his first year as the defensive coordinator for San Francisco. Spent the last 3 years as the Jaguars linebacker coach. Had a chance to chat with him this week, and he said he was happy with the way Blake Bortles was playing. Felt good for him since he'd been beaten up in the media so much as Fournette is spun down. And, he has Blake.
We have a turnover in Glendale with Phil Dawson leading the scoring here 3-0, and Eli Manning throwing deep and getting intercepted by Antoine Bethea. What of the rookie Evan Ingram found the veteran Antoine Bethea instead. 2:23 to go. First quarter. We're not going to go to Santa Clara. We're going to go to Dallas live. Ezekiel Elliott, Redzone Cowboys.
Takes it inside the 20. TMZ Sports caught up with Eric Dickerson at LAX. Here you go.
Really? What's the bet?
I have to give him a jersey, one of my jerseys. And if he doesn't get 200 yards, he has to get a jersey played in. That's our bet.
I'm just going to say right now, the bet seems a little lopsided. I mean, Eric hung it up a while ago. Zeke's still playing.
End of the quarter. No score. Ezekiel Elliott back from a 6-game suspension. We're back with Jeff Triplett.
Another penalty on Dante Johnson. 4 of the Jaguars' 7 first downs have come because of a penalty.
Yeah, he's matched up against Keelan Cole, and those hands go up to the face because Keelan Cole does a nice job starting him outside and then trying to cross his face and come underneath. You got to work that guy on the line of scrimmage. Just can't try and go inside because then it'll just collapse you straight down.
Fournette. And pushes his way to the 43-yard line. Fournette missed his 3rd game last week because of a quad injury. Amazingly, the Jaguars have gone 3-0 without Fournette in the lineup this year. The offensive coordinator who's done such a good job with this Jaguars offense, especially of late. They have over 400 yards of offense in 3 straight games, but today just 56. 3 on the play clock. Bortles looking to throw. His pass is deflected and incomplete. Well, that was a big problem for Bortles, not only throughout his career, but especially in the first 9 games of the season. He had 10 passes batted down, but in the last 5 games, only 2.
When you are an interior defensive lineman and you win, that ball not so much batted down.
Yeah.
Is A.J. Cann, the right guard, just gets beaten with an arm over move, and you see the collapse on Blake Bortles. Those balls end up just fluttering up in the air. You get in a lot of trouble with those.
DeForest Buckner is having a very nice season. 2nd-year man out of Oregon. Wow.
Late call.
Without a fumble and San Francisco football. Of course, all turnovers subject to review. So they will take another look at this one. But you're absolutely right, James. A very late call. That's got to be
All right, we're going to break. We'll come back and sort that out. In the meantime, we're going to go here for a 3rd and 8 to Drew Stanton.
3rd down and 8. And a false start call against the Cardinals. False start. Offense number 84. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down. Jermaine Gresham, who is
All right, they're back in Dallas, and we are back there as well. Red zone for Dak Prescott.
2nd down and 5. Prescott catches that high snap and throws to Elliott. Good tackle out there on the edge. Made by Bradley McDougal. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, that's why these red zone possessions are so important, Joe. And yeah, Dallas dominated the first quarter statistically, but if all they come away with 3 points, it doesn't amount to a whole lot. Now, going back to the Eric Dickerson bet, so much for easing Ezekiel Elliott into this game. 11 carries in the first quarter and 50 yards, so he's on pace for 200 after 1 quarter.
3rd down and 3. Prescott in big trouble. Throws incomplete. Witten the closest to it. And so the number 4 red zone offense in the NFL is held out of the end zone. Good work defensively by Seattle. And the kicker comes on, Dan Bailey for Dallas.
Well, you see KJ Wright, they bring Bobby Wagner, and they just force Prescott just to unload it. So we've seen Seattle now in this game. They brought pressure. They've been effective when they have. And so they forced this Dan Bailey field goal.
34-yard try. Battle with groin injury this year, and he nails this. First points of the day on the board. They belong to the Dallas
In an elimination game, Dan Bailey gives the Cowboys the early lead, 3-0, opening minute, second quarter, over the Seahawks. More dangerous than make the playoffs? GenesisVote.com. Again, GenesisVote.com. Go there now. Seahawks really have the advantage right now. Loser goes home. I mean, either way, people are going to their homes tonight, but you get my point. The loser is out of the postseason, and we are back in Glendale.
So the Giants will start in Cardinal territory, as the Cardinals did on one of their possessions at the 49. Giants at the 48, trailing 3-0. So Olivier Vernon off to another strong start. 1:05 remaining in the first quarter. And he gets to the 45. Well, it has been a dismal season for Big Blue this year. Odell Beckham Jr. suffered a season-ending ankle injury back in Week 5. Eli Manning was benched a few weeks ago. Very embarrassing, bringing an end to his Ironman streak. And because of that, Ben McAdoo and Jerry Reese were relieved of their duties as the coach and general manager. So the Giants are in search for a new GM. They'll have a new coach as well. And of course, the future of Eli Manning hangs in the balance as well with the Giants. Under a half a minute remaining in the first quarter, second down and 7. And they go to Gallman this time, cutting up in the middle. And he edges forward close to the 40-yard line. And there is John Mara. You talk about families that have owned teams. I'll tell you what, not many like that anymore. As time is running out, 8 seconds to go in the quarter. And out of the passes moved. A catch and a fumble by Roger Lewis. Dale Buchanan knocked the ball out of his hands. And the quarter is coming to an end. So the Bidwell family and the Mara family have held court. And it's holiday season. And it was Roger Lewis.
We're going to head up to San Francisco again now on the Redzone channel. The Niners and the Jaguars with Andrew Catalan and James Lofton.
Pacific time zone, 2 and 11 all time. So Doug Marrone said it's not working when we're going on Fridays. Let's just go on Saturday. Bortles keeps it himself. Bortles at the 30 and slides right near the sticks. And that's going to be good for another Jacksonville first down. Last win for the Jaguars in the Pacific time zone was the 2004 regular season finale, which was January 2nd of 05. 8 straight losses in the Pacific time zone.
They would much rather go the other direction and go over to jolly old London. Really successful out that direction.
They were there in London when they beat up the Ravens earlier this year as Fournette takes it to the 20. This is the best rhythm the Jacksonville offense had today, which isn't saying much. They've been held at just 77 yards.
But you pick up 2 points on the margin. Now if you're able to convert here, you pick up another 6 points and potentially go for 2. Now it's a 6-point game, or if you take it, it's a 7-point game.
With 5:25 to go in the second quarter. Bortles to the end zone for Westbrook. Makes the adjustment, the catch, and he's down at the 1. What a grab by D.D. Westbrook. It's first and goal.
And Blake Bortles is trying to get them to the line of scrimmage as quickly as possible, because you're close enough to quarterback sneak or turn around and give it to Leonard Fournette.
They just want Kyle Shanahan to maybe take another look at this one. They take the handoff to Fournette, pushing the pile, and he's in. Touchdown, Jaguars. The 9th rushing touchdown this season for Leonard Fournette.
Like D.D. Westbrook is not a big receiver, but he elevates, he points the ball, and he's on that pylon. Big power back. Leonard Fournette stopped about a half a yard short, but his arms are about 20 inches long, so he's able to stick the ball out over the goal line.
A couple of big penalties on that drive, but credit to Jacksonville for getting it going finally on offense. 11 plays, 75 yards in just under 6 minutes. And now Doug Marrone will attempt the extra point with Josh Lambo.
See, this is when you can be the Monday morning coach and have fun.
Well, why would you go for 2? I mean, you kick the extra point, you're down by 7.
You're the Monday morning coach. You want to have fun. You're sitting at home, you're telling Billy on the sofa over there, wake up. I think they're going to go for 2. It's just one of those things, you got some momentum going. So build your momentum, be aggressive.
But Billy on the sofa doesn't have Jacksonville's defense, which should be playing better than they are right now.
You're right about that. And this looks like an easy one, but we had to see, was his knee down when he was in that pile? It looks like he's being able to extend himself. There's Eric Reed coming up. Reuben Foster in the middle. And he's still on bodies, so he hasn't touched the ground at that point where he's extending that ball across the goal line.
We want to wish Billy and everyone else out there a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays from all of us at CBS.
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
I think the previous play, the play to D.D. Westbrook, might have been a touchdown. But you hurry up because you don't know if it's a touchdown or if it's out of bounds on the sideline.
So here's Lambo. He only missed 1 extra point this season since being signed by Jacksonville in October. And this kick is good with 5.
Doug Marrone takes the extra.
Ruled incomplete, so they reverse the call.
Reverse position on the field because they've got to go back to the last 4 seconds. And here it is. The ball is in, but as you start to turn, you're adjusting that football in your hands, and apparently the referees feel as though they never got, or Lewis never got, full control of that football before being hit and that thing popping out of his hands and out of his control. So never had full control of the football.
So 4 seconds remain, and at least they didn't have to march very far to replay the last few seconds of this first quarter.
Which is an ex-offensive lineman I appreciate when you don't have to go all the way down to one side of the field and all the way back to the other. And you know, that's the game we play right now. Possession, how many feet down, do you make a football move, do you survive the ground, all those different things that go into this catch rule that has really, quite frankly, been very confusing, I think, for the majority of us fans and even for the officials at times, Nick.
All right, so it is still the first quarter because of that reversal. We'll just go here, where they're in the second quarter.
Elliott. What he does better than just about anybody we've seen in a long time, not just in the league right now. He bangs into bodies, and then you just watch that pile move, and he got 9.
Keeps his legs going. He's got a lot of power. It doesn't hurt when he's got Lyle Collins and Jason Witten pushing the pile as well. I would expect here real soon to see Dallas try to take a shot down the field. Earl Thomas, the middle safety, he likes to start creeping up, and they might be able to
Split up. Giants are going for it on 4th down on what looks to be the final play of the first quarter. Ezekiel Elliott, a first down for the Cowboys. Let's see if the Giants snap the ball. They don't. They will take the delay, trying to get the Cardinals to jump off sides. They're going to get Brian Wing on now. Until that as Bryant comes back onto the field.
They had 2 tight ends a moment ago, and they get a little lighter. I guess the question is, Des Bryant, you know, is he still the game-breaking threat? His bank account would tell you he is.
Well, the answer to that is no.
And on to inside the 45, no loss. None whatsoever. Watch Kurt Menefee being ready.
Well, because Tennessee lost to the Rams earlier, Jacksonville's already chanced at the AFC South. They
want to get a win, though. Right now, Leonard Fournette's touchdown, the only score they've got in the end zone. They're down 16-9. San Francisco trying to win 4 straight, Joe.
How about that? Jimmy Garoppolo traded. And he's turned that offense and that team around. 2nd and 4 here for Dallas.
They found their quarterback, right?
Here's a toss to Smith, running left, out on the edge, first down. Jason Garrett's been talking about this guy for 2 years. They got him as a free agent back in 15 out of Ohio State. A big body back, didn't run it much there. They had another guy at Ohio State at that time named Elliott. But you see why they like him.
They sure do. And as Jason Garrett said to us weeks ago, that there's a spot for this guy on this team, and he was going to be active every week. He plays special teams, but he gives them something as a backup runner. And of course, when Ezekiel Elliott was down, he got his share of opportunities, and they don't want those to completely dry up, and they feed him there.
Play action, good protection. Flag thrown, and it's caught by Smith, the fullback, and there's a flag in the secondary.
Well, Jason Witten got up looking for a flag, and he should. He got pretty much mauled coming off the line of scrimmage.
Des Bryant, I've been watching him, Troy, come on and off the field. I think frustration is the best word that I would use to describe.
Holding. Defense, number 57. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
That's the first penalty on the most penalized team in the NFL, Michael Wilhoit. He's right here.
The end of that, but I think the call was against Jason Witten. That's what I saw right there. In any event, first down Dallas.
There's Bryant still on the sideline. Rod Smith with a nice carry on first.
So, Jimmy Garoppolo keeps on slinging the football. Kyle Juszczyk wears number 44. This play is good for 44. And the 49ers are moving the football. That came on 7-1-4. We're going to 7-1-6.
Couple of snaps when he had catches, and he was doubled some in that game, but it was not throughout the game. He's got a lot of single coverage in the last few years.
Here's Elliott now after some plays off. Bring up 3rd and short. He gets 3. And Bryant started to come on the field. Sorry to keep going on. Started to come on the field there and got tapped on the shoulder, turned around, and went right back to the sideline.
Well, they talk about it a lot in terms of getting him involved early and to help avoid the frustration. I know in visiting with Jason Garrett this week, he talked about, how good Des Bryant was last week. He was in a good place going into that game and was able to control any frustration.
Prescott keeps, doesn't get it. He'll be a yard short, well played. And good job by Jaron Reed.
Well, Frank
Flag is in the secondary.
Yeah, boy, that flag is way down there, too. And Frank Clark played it pretty well, too. And that was a big hit. You sure don't want to see your quarterback get hit like that, especially for a guy who's already been hit a few times in this ball game. But I think had Prescott have pitched that to Elliott, I don't think Frank Clark's able to make a play on him with the speed that Elliott has. I think he gets on the corner.
Personal foul. Legal crackback. Offense, number 87. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. 3rd down.
It's against Jeff Swain, the tight end. They had a 3 tight end formation out there.
And they do like some of their 2 tight end, 3 tight end looks. Of course, this was 3rd and short.
All right, 2 games at once. We're going to stay here and go back to Marquise Goodwin, the Olympian, with 3 receptions on the day. And the 49ers coming up on 3 minutes to go in the first half. And they have driven down the field after the 44-yard Garoppolo to Juszczyk play. They are in the red zone, looking to extend a 16-9 lead over the Jaguars, champions of the AFC South. Timeout that will go full screen for the Cowboys.
Prescott to Smith. checks back in.
Yeah, so what looked like a pretty promising drive, only now to set up a potential field goal, and obviously a lot of discussion taking place over on that sideline with Des Bryant. Dan Bailey, he became human a couple weeks ago. He actually missed a couple of field goals and even an extra point for the first time in a long time.
That was in a game against the Giants. 51-yard try.
Hit the upright and went in. It's good. Somehow for Dan Bailey. 6-0. Back here to Kyle Juszczyk and the 49ers in the red zone.
And he's had a winning record and will go to the playoffs. And we asked him about the season. He said, by far, the most fun he's ever had playing football. Not just because of the wins in the playoff, but because of the other guys in the linebacker room. Miles Jack, Telvin Smith. Buzz Lusney could not stop smiling when we met with him last night. Good for him. Hyde is tripped up, maybe on his own doing. And it's third down. Is the most yards Jacksonville has allowed in a first half this season. San Francisco with 226 to just 98 for the Jaguars. Yet, it's a 7-point game.
Right. So the Jaguars have given up 169 yards through the air this year per game. Jimmy G has already thrown for 172. Here we go, second quarter near midfield. This is live. Eli Manning. Evan Ingram has been ruled out, by the way.
Has to get back to what they did last week when they put points up against the Eagle team. Is the quick passing game, the quick strikes, throw the slants, throw the curls. You've got to get the ball out of your hand, throw the flats, quick, create some tempo, and get the ball out of your hands.
Second down and 10. And the quick is out to Roger Lewis, but the Cardinals are there. But a gain of about 8 yards. Tramon Williams, the corner, making the tackle.
And this is where they function the best. You see the fake cadence, seeing exactly what covers they're in. Now let's get the ball out of our hands in 1.5 seconds. We saw the yardage they put up last week, the total yards, 504. It was all about the quick passing game, getting the ball out of Eli Manning's hands in under 2 seconds.
Chad Wheeler is checked in as an extra offensive lineman. It'll be third down and 2. Now a tight end has come in and the handoff to Darkwa, and he'll be stopped 2 yards shy of the first down. They try to run it 1 yard thanks to Rodney Gunter. And so fourth down and 2. And earlier, Mark, you said fourth and 2. They didn't even have as good a field position as they do now, and they will go for it here.
Yeah, and they need to go for it. That time, Dale Buchanan forcing the issue. I mean, you talk about run, field, attack, the fullback right here. Fourth down and 2. Do they get Eli Manning outside with a boot option?
Before the play clock runs down. Giants calling their first timeout.
Timeout New York, team's first. 30-second timeout.
And a good timeout here in the first half. Not as crucial. Well, from the producer.
So there's a timeout. I don't need to see this stinking 911 commercial anymore. I mean, it is week 16. Do I need to keep seeing that python? Get that off my screen, please.
Coming up, Verizon halftime report. JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, Coach Cower. All the latest NFL scores and highlights on the Verizon halftime report. 2 minutes to go half. It's third down for San Francisco.
The 49ers were in the huddle. Calais Campbell was alerting his members to watch for a screen.
Garoppolo looking left, feels the heat, steps up, now rolling right, and completes it to Taylor for a first down. Trent Taylor, 8th in the NFL in third down receptions, and he adds to his total. It's first and goal.
There is a rare ability to, when you move out of the pocket, to keep your eyes down the field.
All right, split them up, and on the other side of the screen, when last we were with with the Giants. It looked as if they were maybe going to punt. I couldn't stand the 911, whatever that show was, commercial, so we left. Here's what happened. With Evan Engram out, Eli just hit Rhett Ellison. And that's a first down for the Giants. So their drive stays alive as Carlos Hyde gets the carry. They are inside the 10-yard line. Eli out of the 24-yard line. A little play fake. And a completion to the boundary. Roger Lewis, everybody. Keeping an eye on the Cowboys as well. Seahawks with the football. That game is on 7:16. Timeout taken. 1:49 to go in Santa Clara. We'll get that one off the screen.
Of getting the ball out of his hands quickly, but throwing it outside the receiver, toward the sideline to make sure the defensive back can't break on it. That's understanding leverage of the defensive players and where you need to place that football.
And he's thrown one interception, but the Cardinals did not capitalize on that turnover. Now it's second down and two.
All right, split them up again. We got this one, and not pictured Russell Wilson running backwards before getting sacked by DeMarcus Lawrence, and it's 4th and 27 on 7:16. John Ryan will punt out his own end zone for the Seahawks. Second and goal for Jimmy
Garoppolo fires incomplete into the end zone looking for Taylor. And it's third down.
I kind of chuckle sometimes when you run a high-low combination. When coming low, and that's your
Third and one for Eli. Third and goal for Garoppolo. Orleans Darkwood denied. Giants went for it on fourth down once. Will they do it again?
And red zone receptions. He just went in motion.
Third goal for the Niners.
Garoppolo to the end zone, deflected and picked
Barry
off.
Church
Interception by Barry
on Christmas
Church.
Eve.
There was some hesitation on to whether that ball bounced, but it's ruled an interception for Church.
Garoppolo went to church
Fourth of the year.
long before midnight on Christmas Eve.
Not a shiny moment for special teams, but Aldrich Rosas will attempt a 33-yard field goal, and it doesn't look good. It's hooked to the left. No blocks there, but a miss by Rosas, who's now missed 5 field goals on the year.
No good. All right, nothing live to show you. Let's go back to earlier today in the snow. This game was not nearly as fun as that Buffalo game a couple of weeks ago in 8 inches of snow, but still decent viewing. There's a Jordan Howard touchdown. The entry was blocked, and then Howard again. Some nice moves. A 16-yard touchdown. The Browns would actually get a Myles Garrett pick six, but it was called back after Carl Bassett lined up in the Bears' backfield. He was so far offsides. Mitchell Trubisky would carry it in. Snow angels for everybody. Cleveland will pick first in the 2018 NFL draft. It is official. The Browns, back-to-back years at number 1 overall. They are the first team, if they use the pick, to pick number 1 in back-to-back NFL draft since the Browns. Expansion version did it in 1999 with Tim Couch, in 2000 with Corky Brown.
Verizon halftime report with our guys back in New York. Scores, highlights, and update on the playoff picture all coming up again. Jaguars already clinched the AFC South today because of the Titans' loss to the Rams.
Screen or draw, trying to pop something real quick and safe.
There's the screen to Yeldon. Cuts back at the 7 and hit hard at the 14-yard line. Bortles tries to get everyone to the line as quickly as possible. They'll go no huddle.
Remember, the 49ers have one timeout, so if they come up short here on second down, I would think the 49ers might try and use their timeout to stop the clock.
Bottom of your screen, Keelan Cole matched up with Tyvis Powell. Bortles to Cole. He had the separation on Powell, and Cole turns it into a nice game. Don't know if that's the matchup San Francisco wanted there, with Powell playing in just the 10th game of his career, a gain of 15.
Keelan Cole is playing in the 15th game of his career. So we're talking about a guy from Kentucky Wesleyan. He's put that school on the map, and all the alums and the student body are really proud watching
Third down and 1. 1:01 to go. It's Yeldon. He's got the first down. Now let's see what Doug Marrone does here. Does he call for a timeout? Yes, he does. So 1 remaining for Jacksonville. And Solomon Thomas shaking up on the play.
All right, we got an injury here. Solomon Thomas takes the knee, and we're going to take you to Dallas moments ago, like 12 seconds ago. Dak Prescott, Des Bryant. That is a catch. That is a move on field. That is a fumble. Byron Maxwell knocked that ball out. Des caught it. And now the Seahawks have it. And we're there with 4:02 to go in the second quarter.
Well, this has been a game of certainly a field position, much like last week was for the Rams against the Seahawks. And the Cowboys have started some drives with some good position. But now after that takeaway, Seattle's been good taking the ball away from teams this year. They set Russell Wilson up in nice position.
14 career fumble from Bryant. 7 times he's lost a fumble. What a move. What a move by Mike Davis. Takes it to the 30s. He went around Sean Lee.
You know, you're looking at this game, Joe.
Larry Fitzgerald will be in Ohio in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Does he play one more year? Well, if he doesn't, this is his final home game. And he throws a pass. Larry Fitzgerald might be the most effective quarterback the Cardinals have today. Connects for 24 yards to Jerron Brown.
And Fitzgerald.
Do it all.
That by Davis, good for 14. Seattle had only 11 yards all game. Total offense before that play. Down by 6, they hand off to Rawls, and his first carry to the 25. He picks up 6 yards, knocked down by Damian Wilson, and Seattle's in business here, coming off a bad game at home against the Rams. They had only 149 total yards, gave up 7 sacks. They've allowed 3 sacks today, and they're trying to get on the scoreboard here, down by 6.
That's just Rawls' second carry in the last 6 games, and it'd be nice for Seattle if they're able to get him going.
Play action. Collins was totally fooled. Russell Wilson takes it down near the 10. Malik Collins was turned around, and it's a scamper of 14 yards.
This is all
Wilson.
This is all Russell Wilson. If he thinks that guy there is coming too flat and over pursuing when they run that play, then he's going to keep it. And I can assure you, Russell Wilson continues to evaluate it every time they run that off-tackle play. And this time he feels like he's going to bite again. He keeps it on his own. No one else knows he's going to. He picks up a nice game.
Lewis in coverage on Jimmy Graham.
Thought they might get Dallas in offsides at the start. I think that's where the initial flag was thrown.
I agree with you. Looked like off the end, I believe it was DeMarcus Lawrence came across early trying to get a jump. Here's a call.
There are 2 calls on the play, both by the defense. Offside, number 90. That penalty is declined. That's an return.
2-minute warning after the offsetting penalties there. So let's get here where Blake Bortles is threatening after TJ Yeldon just took a pass and ran up the right sideline.
15. 36 seconds remain.
As you get closer and closer to the goal line, what do you rely on? Who is your guy who has that separation ability or the big strength to go up and get the ball? They just tried it Leonard Fournette out. I wouldn't be surprised to see a screen where he runs across the formation from this side all the way around here so that he can get on the boundary and get out of bounds if he catches it.
Bortles back to O'Shaughnessy inside the 10, dragging defenders to the 5.
Got to clock the ball now.
8 straight completions for Bortles. They have not called timeout. Preserving that final timeout with 15 seconds to go. Bortles steps up to Fournette, off his hands, and caught! Jalen Strong, touchdown! A miraculous play! And the Jags an extra away from tying the score. Just like they blew it up.
Are you savvy, Coach? 10 had Marchabrota, who would say, everybody running, everybody alert, because you don't know who the ball is going to go to. Jalen Strong reactivated from the practice squad just this week. So he's coming into the game thinking, well, he probably won't throw the ball, he'll probably remember me. But being alert and hustling, they would come up with the ball.
Somewhere Phil McConkey is smiling. They will confirm this. Jalen Strong playing in his first game as a member of the Jaguars, called up off the practice squad yesterday when Doug Marrone did not think that Allen Hurns was good enough to go today. He practiced limited all week and missed the last 5 games with an ankle injury. He was listed as questionable, but Marrone said he felt comfortable with the guys he had at wide receiver today, and he thought Jalen Strong had a very good week of practice.
Not a charge timeout, as it was a scoring play.
Touchdown has been confirmed, and now Lambo is out for the extra point. So coming into that drive, Blake Bortles had thrown for 61 yards.
All right, we're leaving this one, 10 seconds to go. Let's go back here. First and goal, back from the 2-minute warning. I'm keeping an eye on the kick here. And the kick is good in Santa Clara, and the Niners and Jaguars are tied at 16. First and goal.
Running back, J.D. McKissick. Davis back there. He dropped it. Ball's out, and Russell Wilson got all over it. Wilson saw that the entire way and was able to get on that loose ball to keep this scoring chance alive.
Trying to run this read option down here, and you know, those are one of the risks when it's not a called keeper or a called handoff. Sometimes that back isn't quite sure whether he's latched onto it or not. Seattle certainly fortunate to get that back.
Timeout is taken here by Dallas. This all started with the turnover, the punch out by Maxwell, as Dez turned it over. And by the way, as we said, the 7th career-long fumble by number 88. Because we're inside of 2 minutes, they move the ball back to the spot. They move the ball all the way back to the 5 here. Mike Pereira is with us, and we were hoping to get it on camera before that fumble. Mike Pereira, why is that ball back at the 5?
I have no idea, because it is a fumble inside of 2 minutes, but the fumble was on the exchange, so it's charged to Russell Wilson, and he is the one that recovered the fumble. So it really should have stayed at the spot of the fumble and recovery of the fumble, and now they're moving it back to that spot. So they did eventually get it right.
So on 4th down or inside of 2 minutes, only the guy who fumbled it can recover it and then get that advance. As Mike tells us, because it was never really possessed by Davis, Wilson can be the one to get on top of it, and they do move the ball back to the 3, which is where Wilson recovered it. 2nd and goal. Wilson, end zone pass is caught for the touchdown grab. That is his 10th, and the top red zone target for touchdowns has got another.
Jimmy Graham is pretty unbelievable. Of course, he's got a basketball background, and you know, he's so good. It's his 10th touchdown reception on the season, and he just comes down and bodies him up. You know, Jordan Lewis, he turns around, posts him up, and is able to secure the catch. And a very difficult matchup for anybody on Jimmy Graham.
All right, and a touchdown after the Dez Bryant fumble, and the extra point will give the Seahawks the lead over the Cowboys. And that extra point, not pictures, is good. Seattle 7, Dallas 6, 1:38 to go in the 2nd quarter. We are in Glendale.
Stature, but boy, let me tell you what, I don't know how he shows up on Mondays after he's done playing, because he's small, but he is quick, and he is
There's a chance they lose that.
He is afraid of no one, making tackles in the backfield once again to stop the Giants on 3rd down.
So Brand Wing will be kicking, and you saw Patrick Peterson back deep for the Cardinals.
And the fair catch by Peterson at the 21. Well, the early game headlines here in Week 16. The Saints and the Panthers both won and clinched playoff berths in the NFC Playoff Derby, and the Kansas City Chiefs, after a midseason slump, clinched the AFC West Division Championship. Todd Gurley having a great year for the Rams. They clinched the NFC West with a road win at Tennessee against the Titans. How about the turnaround of the Rams? I'm telling you what. Just go out and get yourself some offensive linemen, start to run the ball, develop your young quarterback. The Rams, what an exciting football team they are. Well, what a turnaround for them. No question. 3:05 to go in the half. First down and 10, and bobbling it. And making the catch was Kerwin Williams. Seahawks Cowboys underway right now with Seattle leading 7-6. With a minute and a half to go in the first half. The loser of that game is out of playoff contention. Atlanta is teetering on the edge, although right now they are the 6th team at 9-6. Lost to New Orleans today. It'll be first down 10. Here's Kerwin Williams again. And of course, we talk about a lot of the injuries suffered by both teams, but David Johnson going down with a wrist injury in the opening game really was a tough blow to this club early on. Huge, and I talked to Larry Fitzgerald about this, and Larry Fitzgerald telling me that's like, I was like, is that what, 10% of your offense? And he's like, no. We're talking 20% plus of our offense. I mean, he can run every single route, the comebacks, the slants, the goes, you name it, the curls, the digs, any route, he runs them as well as any wide receiver. So a huge loss to this Arizona offense. About 8th play of the game, and he's done for the year. Cardinals call a timeout there first, and Bruce Arians looking at the play card. It'll be second down and 5 at the 37. Fitzgerald, he's the one, not the quarterback, he's the one getting everybody at the line of scrimmage. 7 catches, 91 yards.
All right, 2-minute warning. Let's get to Dallas. Offsides, I think.
Came across unabated, and this is going to be a first down by penalty.
Unimpeded to the quarterback. Defense number 72. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Clearly, we got Michael Bennett. We'll see.
Andrew Sicilano, and this is Andy Reid. No, I'm not kidding. That's not a joke. Andy Reid, after the Chiefs won the AFC West, is handing out game balls. That's the Chiefs owner, Clark Hunt. Andy Reid then quickly left the locker room. He has a sleigh to get to and a busy night ahead.
On first down, Prescott finds Cole Beasley in a short game. Timeout taken by Dallas. They have 1 left. From the producers of American Horror Story, The People vs. O.J. Simpson, comes a new series on Fox told through the eyes of first responders, starring Angela Bassett, Peter Krause, and Connie Britton. 911 series premiere January 3rd here on Fox. 38 seconds left. You've got a kicker in Dan Bailey, whose career long was matched this year at 56 yards. That means getting the ball to the 38-yard line. Bailey 2 for 2 in this game, hit from 51 not too long ago.
Yeah, I'm still not convinced we really know, what what his range is. I think he can kick it so much further than what he's actually done.
Second down, Prescott's in trouble, gets away from Bennett, turns it into a big play out of bounds in midfield as Bennett almost tripped him up.
Comes Michael Bennett, and there's not a lot of quarterbacks that get away from this. And it looked like from here that Bennett initially was going to be able to make that tackle for a pretty significant loss, and instead, it's a first down Dallas.
And now they're in good position. 30 seconds left. That 13-yard carry, the Cowboys' longest play of the game. Blitz coming from the secondary. Cowboys pick it up. Prescott throws, finds Williams, and Williams slides down inside the 35. And timeout is taken, the final of the half for the Cowboys with 18 seconds left. Here's Kurt, sneak peek, what's coming our way in the half.
Up next is the Visa halftime, and if you're wondering why the camera's not moving, that's because everybody behind the scenes is right here on camera with us. We wanted to make sure all the hardworking people who bring the games on Christmas Eve got a little love from us. So, from our family to yours, happy holidays.
It takes a village back there to put on that pregame show. And not just one, but two. And now with 18 seconds left, a first down, and they are already inside field goal range for Bailey as the Cowboys look to try and regain the lead before the half. Seattle will get the ball to start the second half.
Still, just based on the way Seattle plays, I would expect to see some kind of shot down the field before this half ends.
Prescott to the sideline, out of the reach of Whitten. Just to put a number to what you said a moment ago, Troy, Seattle with just 46 yards of offense in this half, and yet they lead this game at the moment by 1. 13 seconds left in this first half.
Yeah, pretty crazy. You take the sacks, considering the sacks that Russell Wilson has taken, they end this half with just 2 yards passing.
Whitten, no catches, been targeted 3 times. Here's another one to the sideline, and Whitten out of bounds. Couldn't get the feet down in time. And Jason Garrett on third down and 10 is not going to play with it anymore, and he's clearly out.
Well, Seattle was going to give that up all day. They were too concerned.
All right, 2 games in 1 stay here. Bring in Arizona as well. This is Drew Stanton on third and 3. And firing past and incomplete for Larry Fitzgerald. 51-yard field goal try for Dan Bailey to retake the lead for the Cowboys. They're going to call roughing the passer on one side of the screen, and Dan Bailey again with the crazy English to make it 9-7. Dallas inches back in front.
First down, Olivier Vernon. So, an automatic first down here with 1:28 to go and 1 timeout left. Steve Spagnuolo trying to get that defense straightened out to prevent a TD.
These things happen, and they're just accidental. You get the hand to the head right here, throw them down. Now, that's where you have to stop. I understand the accidental hand to the head here, but at that point, stop. When you continue to flow through it, that's just an easy call for the official. You can't have that for the Giants.
Second time in the red zone for the Cardinals. They have a field goal to show for the only score of the game right now. The pass off the hands of Fitzgerald. He was open. I don't know if he'll ever get an easier catch to make.
Wide open on the shallow cross, and Stanton, look at Stanton. He's so upset with him because he throws it behind Larry Fitzgerald. Just had him wide open. That may have scored. That may have been the thing that got him that touchdown. 11 quarters, as you mentioned, without a touchdown. Wide open with a DB in trail, and just an errant throw by Drew Stanton.
8 play of this drive. Second down and 10. They're on the 18 of the Giants. And there's a flip to Foster. Foster is buried by Landon Collins. The first time he mentioned his name today. Austin Also going to the Pro Bowl is Landon Collins in a gain of 5, could have been more.
Landon Collins reading the shovel pass right here.
Shaking up, holding onto his right arm. Collins had been fighting an injured ankle. He said headed to the Pro Bowl. It'll be his second year in a row.
By rule, an injury inside 2 minutes is a charge timeout.
Charge timeout to the Giants.
Timeout.
Foster not seeing Landon Collins coming from across the formation. That's just bringing the wood right there. Running through the offensive player. Not to him, but through him. Staying behind your pads, delivering a blow from low to high plane. That's textbook the way you go after a running back.
Well, Collins is up, and he's on the sideline, replaced by Andrew Adams, number 33. Giants charged with a timeout by rule last 2 minutes, injury timeout. So Collins making his 48th consecutive start. And there is Adams. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for Arizona on the Giant 13. Each team now with 1 timeout left. Stanton 13 of 21 so far, 133 yards. And Stanton's pass caught by Fitzgerald, and a touchdown. You won't see any dances from Larry Fitzgerald. He said the last time I danced was in my high school prom. You won't see anything fancy from him when he scores a touchdown. 13 yards. And how about this? The oldest player of all time with 100 receptions and 1,000 receiving yards in a single season. The extra point by Phil Dawson is good, and the Cardinals finally get off the schneid. 11 quarters without a touchdown, and they get one here with 1:01 remaining in the first half.
Halftime on the Redzone channel, brought to you by the all-new Genesis G80 Sport. Genesis, the official luxury vehicle of the National Football League. Come inside the Final One. Welcome to our studios in Los Angeles. I'm Andrew Sicilano. We'll update the playoff standings as we know them coming up shortly. First, however, on a crazy Week 16, let's look back to some of the storylines we saw earlier today among the 9 games. Carolina is in. Public enemy, by the way. Carolina is in the playoffs. The Panthers have a shot at the NFC South title. This after going into Demare Bird with a 103-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Jameis Winston turned the ball over left and right, then lost his cool at the very end of the Panthers win and punched their ticket 22-19 with Cam Newton on the game-winning touchdown run. You know who's also in? Mark and the Saints. They are in, and they too can win the NFC South. They won. They got help from the bunt interception off the derriere of one Marshawn Lattimore. Drew Brees went for over 70,000 career passing yards. He's the 3rd quarterback to do that. Saints go to 11-4. Saints are in the postseason. Saints win 23-13. You know who else is in? Who else is in? Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley and the Rams are an award tour, and that award tour may give Gurley the MVP with 276 total yards, and the Rams are division champions for the first time since 2003. They are printing playoff tickets here in Los Angeles, where the Rams will host a playoff game in Los Angeles for the first time since 1985. We ask you to go to GenesisVote.com. And as always, cast your vote, make your voice heard. GenesisVote.com for this one. which team is more dangerous if they get in, the Cowboys or the Seahawks, because that is an elimination game. Let's update the playoff standings right now, beginning in the NFC.